I am Rick Carl. I'm playing the part of Nick, the bartender.
I'm Catherine Emanuel, and I play Lorene Smith.
My name is Mr. Scott Gilbert, and I'm playing the part of Kit Carson.
Hi, I'm Sarah Sims-Wilbanks, and I'm playing Mary.
Hi, I'm JB Crawford. I'll be playing the character Joe.
Hi, my name is Genevieve Hendricks, and I'm playing the part of Elsie.
I'm JR, and I'm Harry. I play Harry.
Hi, I'm Graham Rogers, and I'm going to be playing Tom.
My name is Corey Sperling, and I play the part of Blick.
Hi, I'm Lauren Mincy, and I play Kitty Duval.
My name is Jake Young, and I am playing Willie in The Time of Your Life.
Yeah, I came in not knowing really anything about the play at all, so I didn't have any set expectations. It seemed like an interesting play with an interesting set of characters.
You know, it's like there's a guy in a bar and a bunch of people come in, and it's, you know, that's what happens. But getting in under the hood, and especially being the bartender, just seeing all these little interactions at once made me realize it's such a packed play.
So I kind of went in without any expectations, and I knew that all of the girl parts were great.
Almost every character in the play has lost something. They've lost this dream that they want. They're chasing it, and they get stuck at this bar. Joe, who's been stuck there the longest, stuck there so long he can't even walk anymore. And for that, I found Harry, and Harry's just a part I love.
I didn't really have many expectations, only being a freshman. I really look up to the rest of the cast to see where we're going. I had a lot of fun, and that's my biggest expectation really for doing a show, because I really enjoy it, and they were definitely meant, and I can't wait for the show to go on, because I know you'll have fun too.
There's actually 2 pages without any dialogue. It's only italics, and it's when Dudley and Harry are entering the bar and Kitty Duval, and it's just describing them and describing how they walk into the bar onto the stage, and it's just this beautiful poetic description of these characters, and I just sort of fell in love with it.
Being new, I didn't think I was going to get to do anything interesting, but I auditioned and I got a part that actually had like a line or two, and getting to dress up and do something that was really different was really interesting.
The core values of the show, I think we've done a good job of really bringing over onto the stage, and it feels very American. It's a very American show, and I expected that, and I think that's what we got.
It's just a whole variety of characters. There's so many like different like stories going on within the same thing, so I think it's got like a little bit of everything, so it's fun.
Joe, what motivates Joe? His responsibility to the world, I think. I mean, I think Joe really represents the American dream, or the back half of it at least, the one where you get wealthy. And because Joe really is the only character that has exorbitant amounts of cash in the bar, and it's this real big divide, I think. And because of that, I think he has a responsibility to everyone around him to take care of them and to try and make them happy.
There's a line in the show where JB, who's playing Joe says to him, "Don't get sick that way again." And so I think a lot of Tom's journey, a lot of the things that he's discovering is how to not get sick that way again.
Mary comes in and she's looking for just a way to escape. She's not happy with her marriage, and she's caught day drinking, and you know, she just has no idea, you know, what Joe's trying to do, but then she kind of catches on that he's being flirtatious, and then she just decides to go for it. So I think her motivation would be just trying to escape the high society life.
Oh gosh, Kit Carson, what motivates Kit Carson? I'd say 2 main things. The need to have something to drink, and the fact that he is absolutely out of his gourd.
I think Lorene is very different in a way that she's lonely, but she wants to kind of destroy Dudley and other people's souls.
I think Nick is sort of, he starts the play in a very sort of pessimistic mood where he thinks, you know, maybe I should just quit being a bartender, you know. And I think that throughout the show, for him, it's all about convincing him to stay, and I think he reaches that point eventually.
Stories. Well, Mr. McCray keeps claiming that I told him to cut off the paws of his cats. And while this is funny, it is not true. I never said that. And there are many, many other stories. Probably not worth.
Well, there's a part that is no longer in the show, unfortunately, but it's in Act 5. It's how Kit Carson comes onto the stage in Act 5, and we're doing it that, for one reason or another, Kit Carson, who Mr. Gilbert's playing, his pants were inside the jukebox. So, like, what he would do is walk on stage, you know, in sort of like long underwear-ish underpants and, you know, pull his pants out of the jukebox right where he left them, and just put them on as he goes to sit by Joe's chair. And the first time Mr. Gilbert did this, he sort of like, he took a wide stance and kind of like haunched in and was like walking across the stage and just pulled his pants out. Or, I mean, he was wearing his pants, but he pulled his figurative pants out, and then he just goes over to Joe's table and he's sitting there and he goes, Presbyterian, and then he just starts pulling up his pants, and he's sitting in a chair and he's doing this and putting all of his pants on, and it was just, I was out in the audience dying. But it's no longer in the show, I'm sorry.
Well, we were doing a read through that one time, and Tom, they were like yelling for Tom. They were like, Tom, Tom, and one of the maintenance guys, his name was Tom, and he was like, what, me? And
Braxton was on stage doing his big moment, and he really, his character does not have a lot of lines. He's on stage the whole time, but he's foreign. He has trouble speaking, and so when he does go into his big monologue, it's very tense. And I'm sitting in the audience, and as he's doing this, Mr. McCray, behind me, leans up and says, "Imagine there's a superhero who has the ability to eat the raw ingredients of soups and stews." And that was it. I was on the ground crying, laughing. The actors had all stopped, and they were looking around like what happened, and Mr. McCray was apologizing because the scene had now stopped, and Braxton was, I mean, when we told him what had happened, he understood, and he laughed very hard.